Hi, my name's Nigel Tilley. I'm one of the European Tour physiotherapists on the European Tour Performance Unit. We often get asked by people is, what are the best 3 or 4 exercises that I can do to improve my golf? Well, to start off with, the answer would be it very much depends on what you're bringing to us as an individual. What is your previous level of exercise? What issues you may have as far as past injuries, or what your physical characteristics are. Are you hypermobile? Are you very stiff? Are you already very strong, or are you weak? So a lot of those things would have an implication on what sort of exercises might be the best thing for you to do. One thing that we do like to encourage people to do is do exercises which don't look like the golf swing. So what often people do as a mistake is lots of exercises that involve lots of rotation and trying to move heavy weights in the same pattern as the golf swing. And there's a lot of evidence to suggest that isn't the right thing to do. So what we encourage people to do is just generally improve the foundation of strength which they've got in the legs, the pelvis, hips and the trunk. And this can be done through good quality foundations of strength conditioning such as squats, deadlifts, pushes and pulls. We also look to try and encourage people to do things which help them to resist movements such as rotation, side flexion and extension. And there's lots of really good exercises that you can do with resistance bands and medicine balls that kind of help to do this. And an example would be something like a Palloff press. So a Palloff press would involve a resistance band where you bring tension onto the resistance band, you take the band away from you, like so. Now what the band wanted me to do is actually rotate back this way. And what I'm doing in that movement is resisting rotation. So it's an anti-rotation exercise. So very simply, taking that band, pushing out, resisting, and bringing back. Now by taking your hands away from your chest, it increases the lever, which makes it much harder and tries to get you to resist back. So looking to repeat that around 10 times on each side. And back. And back. And there's lots of ways this can be modified or progressed to make it more difficult and help that to tie in with your level of physical conditioning and what you're trying to achieve out of the exercise. Okay, so the next thing we'll talk about is squats. Now, squats are a fantastic exercise and they really work lots of different areas of the body, particularly trunk in helping you to keep an upright position, so working on the big powerful back extensors and also big powerful muscles of the quads and the glutes, which are really important in the golf swing. They also help you to develop that ability to get a ground reaction force, so how much you push into the floor and what the floor gives back to you, which is really important for the golf swing. Now, simple squats and learning how to do that is the most important thing. And it sounds strange, but a lot of people do squats badly. A nice easy way to do it is with a bench or a chair behind you and simply just practicing gently dropping back to touch the seat and stand up from there. And this in itself is quite a difficult exercise, and it's a nice way for people to start off without any weight and just to get used to the movement pattern. You can then start doing it with hands in a different position, okay, so that you're getting better and better at doing it, and then eventually moving away so you don't have a seat behind you, so you're just practicing that position and getting used to that movement pattern. You can then look to make that a little bit more difficult by using a weight, something like a kettlebell or a dumbbell, and doing a goblet squat. Goblet squats are really good at helping to improve your posture and add a load through the exercise. So holding the weight like so, close to the chest, dropping into that squat position and back up. Looking at making sure you keep a nice position, upright through the trunk, taking it down to horizontal and back up. There's lots of ways that this can then be progressed, adding into barbell and a variety of other different pieces of equipment. A nice piece of equipment that we use on the truck, which is a trap bar. Now we do trap bars which are a combination of a deadlift and a squat. We call them a dead squat, but they're really nice in that they help to put lots of load through the squat movement pattern without putting too much forces through the lower back, particularly for people that may have an issue or are just starting to learn these movement patterns. So with the trap bar, you may see it in your gym. By standing inside the hex, gripping the bars either side, getting in a nice start position and So this is a fantastic piece of equipment, helps to improve the strength around the scapula, the thoracic spine, the trunk, as well as through the legs, and it's a really nice compound movement. So these are the type of pieces of equipment and exercises which will have a really good impact on your strength conditioning and your golf performance.